right, Kevin, USAA Bank is here to help you stay on track. Budget's looking good. Fit for a fill-up? And green light some beef jerky, too. Thanks, Chief.
USAA Bank helps you stay a step ahead. Find help at every turn.
Yeah!
With USAA Bank.
ACC Network Extra is proud to welcome you to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, home to the 22-time national champion North Carolina Tar Heel women's soccer team. We are at Findlay South, the Made Stadium here for one more year for the UNC Tar Heels before they move into their incredible new stadium. It's the start of the 2018 season as number 6 North Carolina from the ACC welcome the University of Illinois, the Illini. Anson Dorrance in his 42nd year leading the Tar Heels. Let's get right to their starting lineup as they will start in a 4-3-3. That's right, not in their familiar 3-4-3, but a 4-3-3. It'll be Samantha Leshnak in goal, number 13. Left to right across the back, Chapel Hill's own Alex Kimball is at left back. In the left center back position, you will have Lata Rubenboy, and then you've got Brooke Bingham and Julia Ashley at right back. In the middle of the field, Dorian Bailey is your holding mid. Annie Kingman back for another year, the graduate student in the central midfield. A freshman, Rachel Dorwat, wearing number 9, also in the midfield. Then up top, Bridget Andrzejewski led the team last year with 23 points. Taylor Otto, a redshirt sophomore, is your center forward, and Sid Sproul, the sophomore, is also up top. That's the starting lineup for the North Carolina Tar Heels, coming off a 17-win season a year ago. The Illini, a tough year last year, 5-14, hoping for better things this year under Janet Rayfield. Why is Janet Rayfield even more significant here in Chapel Hill? Well, she was Anson Dorrance's first ever recruit 42 years ago, even before they had recognized national championships. They finally organized one her junior year. They won that, and then the NCAA started recognizing national championships her senior year. She won that one as well. The starting lineup for the Illini, they go on a 3-5-2. In goal, number 30, Jalen Cunningham, a junior out of Ohio, second in the Big Ten last year in saves. Left to right with their 3 in the back is Ashley Cathro, Alicia Barker, and Patricia George. In the midfield with 5 in the midfield, it's Ariana Veland, the junior. Hope Breslin on one side, Maggie Hillman on the other. Morgan Maroney and Katie Murray are 2 attacking midfielders. They are the spark for this Illini team. And then up top, it's Caroline Rates, a senior from Zionsville, Indiana, and Kelly Mayday, a junior from Wilmette, Illinois. Who am I? Well, I'm Dean Linke, delighted to be in my 19th year calling college soccer, particularly at the highest level. And here we go, getting set for the UNC Tar Heels, the most successful women's college soccer program of all time against Illinois. After this one, I'll head to Durham and join Ryan Craig in the booth for Duke and Ohio State right here on ACC Network Extra. Waiting for that first whistle in the 2018 Division I women's college season is underway right here on ACC Network Extra. If you're wondering about where we're playing, it's called Findlay South. This used to be, I believe, the 18th hole of the Findlay Golf Course, but they took that out to put in a couple soccer fields here while all of the incredible improvements down on campus are being done. The word is the Tar Heels will finally get in their new soccer stadium next year. So here we go, Illinois in their dark blue from head to toe. The North Carolina Tar Heels in all white. They quickly are on the attack. The Tar Heels facing a team in Illinois that scored only 13 goals last year on the season. Their leading returning goal scorers for the Illini, 3 of them have 2 goals. That tops all goal scorers, so Janet Rayfield will have to figure out a way to try to put the ball in the back of the net. Good work for Illinois getting out of that pressure. Caroline Rates, the senior from Zionsville, Indiana, on the turn out of bounds back to the Tar Heels. North Carolina assisted Anson Dorrance in his 42nd year. Bill Palladino, 41 years at his side. Chris Ducar, 23 years. And Damon Nahas now in his 4th season as the assistant coach. Nice turn here by the Tar Heels, sent in there by Kingman. So good to see Annie Kingman back out there. Was not able to go last year. Decided to come back as a graduate student, and she wears number 7. Nifty back heel into the 18, a turn. And no problem, leaving it run out is Jalen Cunningham, the junior from Reynoldsburg, Ohio. Of course, her defense was under pressure last year. That's why she finished second in the Big Ten in saves with 106. This is the 40th season of varsity competition for the Tar Heels, kicking off just a few minutes ago. Played back up top. Right in front of me, Alex Kimball, number 47. So good to see her. She's from Chapel Hill. Went to Chapel Hill High School. More of an attacking player, but is earning time here. The start at left back. A staple of an Anson Dorrance program. If you can play, they will find a way to get you on the field. Here's Kimball with the throw in. She throws it in. And right back to Kimball. Taken away. Good defensive work there by Illinois, as that was Rates. Ball sent into space. Brilliant ball. Here's Katie Murray. Murray first times it and denied and sent out of there by Brooke Bingham. Bingham, the sophomore from Laurel Springs, North Carolina, who was homeschooled. No score early doors here in Chapel Hill. Knocked away out of pressure there by Patricia George, the senior from Chicago. The Tar Heels, top of the 18. It's George again. It'll fall far side. North Carolina, Andrew Jeske broke onto the scene 2 years ago, scored all kinds of goals. Last year had 8 goals but had 7 assists to go with it. She led the Tar Heels in points with 23. Illinois dealing with some pressure. Katie Murray, as we mentioned, that midfield for Illinois, the bright spot. 2 attacking mids, both seniors. Morgan Maroney wearing number 18. 1 goal and 2 assists last year, the senior from Castle Rock, Colorado. And Katie Murray, the senior from Cincinnati, Ohio. She had 2 goals on the season. As we mentioned, 3 players returned with 2 goals. Their leading goal scorer a year ago had 3, as they scored just 13 on the season. Expecting different things. And Janet Rayfield, we mentioned, just a phenomenal soccer player. Anson Dorrance's first recruit, now in her 17th year leading the Illini. And that's going to sail out of bounds, and Illinois here in the 5th minute has a chance with a corner kick. As it has been pretty much all summer long, very hot here in Chapel Hill all day. Players, fans, coaches, and alike dealing with the heat. Corner kick for Illinois. Hope Breslin, the sophomore from New York, will take it. 3 left-footed, natural left-footed players on this Illini team, which is a pleasure to watch. Looping high in the air. And under pressure, Andrew Jeske, the junior from Lutherville, Maryland, will send it out of bounds. Dean Linke with you on ACC Network Extra as we start the 2018 college soccer season. Women's soccer starts this week. Next week, men's soccer on the Division I level. Division II and III still over a week away from their start. The Tar Heels now trying to keep possession. Taylor Otto dropped in the middle of the park. Kimbo calling for it. Given back to Kingman. Kingman dropping it into space. It'll hold up, but Jalen Cunningham will gobble it up. As Cunningham will try to spring Rates. Too long, too strong, and Brooke Bingham will let it roll out of bounds. North Carolina starting in that 4-3-3, but Anson Dorrance has already given me the formation when they will morph into a 3-4-3, and they'll do that before the first half ends. So you will see massive substitutions for the Tar Heels. That is a staple of their program and one of the reasons why they've been so successful for so many years. They push it right side. Andrew Jeske trying to stay with it. It'll go out of bounds. Corner kick, Tar Heels. We'll be right back here on the ACC Network Extra on Sunday as the Ohio State Buckeyes will come over from Durham. They play the Duke Blue Devils tonight on Koskinen, over at Koskinen Stadium, also on ACC Network Extra. The Buckeyes Also coached by a former Tar Heel, Lori Walker, former goalkeeper, won 4 natties with the Tar Heels. Bouncing around, it's loose in front. Still loose, this could be one. Deflected out of there by the Illini. And outside of the 18, still UNC in possession. Back in with the left foot, a nifty flick. Kimball knocking on the door. Alex Kimball looked like she was going to make it 1-0. Cleared out of there, and corner kick again for the Tar Heels. So Alex Kimball, the senior from Chapel Hill High School, playing left back, almost made it 1-0. So here's Kingman. Kingman, well-driven corner. Deflected loose again, back across off the crossbar. It's all North Carolina, but still zeros. Still loose into the 18. The Tar Heels pounding on it there as that's the freshman Rachel Dorwart. Back again. Kingman low, and Kingman off the far post. A crossbar and a post. And we've only played 8 minutes. So how about the North Carolina Tar Heels, including the only freshman starting today for Anson Dorrance, Rachel Dorwart from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, number 9, hitting the woodwork. We talk about those massive substitutions that Anson Dorrance has always done in his career. In this heat, you could see even more, let alone the fact that it's still the first game of the season. Of course, their superstar, Russo, is still over at the U20 World Cup playing for England. They will play Holland on Friday. And, of course, she was the co-ACC Freshman of the Year, Alicia Russo. She's not here, but back is Brianna Pinto and Emily Fox. We're not expecting to see Pinto at all in this game, and maybe not Fox, but we do expect to see them on Sunday, according to head coach Anson Dorrance. Tar Heels settle down. Dorian Bailey back and forth there with Lata Wubin-Moy. Turnover, middle of the park. Illinois, if they're going to do any damage, it's going to be in the middle of the park with those 2 seniors. Lata Wubin-Moy tracks all the way back. Sydney Sproul offside. Sydney Sproul with all kinds of pace, good combination with the technically brilliant Taylor Otto. Perfect combination. Anson Dorrance also talks about if you morph those 2 players, you would have the ultimate superstar, the pace of Sproul with the technical ability of Taylor Otto. 10 minutes in, no score. North Carolina, 1 off the crossbar, 1 off the post. Barker will bomb it long. First ball won by North Carolina, second ball played. Great flick right there by Andrew Jeske. As we mentioned, coming off an 8-goal, 7-assist campaign a year ago. Good work defensively, pushing forward. There's Brooke Bingham. Bingham starting the attack for North Carolina. It's now at the feet of Taylor Otto. She has Sproul in front of her, and Taylor Otto has it ripped away there by number 33, Ashley Cathro, the freshman from Canada. The Tar Heels were able to get 1 exhibition game in. They knocked off NC State 3-2. They were hoping to play Duke, who is part of the tandem here of this Carolina Nike Classic, but that game was canceled because of weather. Good play there by Kingman to keep it alive. Kingman will push it forward to Taylor Otto. It'll roll out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Illini. Illinois, they welcome 11 freshmen to this 2018 squad. And, of course, as we told you, their head coach, Janet Rayfield, a decorated alumni of UNC, and the first woman inducted into the United Soccer Coaches as an honor award recipient. Talk a little bit about her distinction. They return junior goalkeeper Jalen Cunningham, who had 106 saves last year. They'll have their first home game on August 26th against Northern Illinois. That's the tail of the tape for the Illini, as another opportunity there headed away by Annie Kingman out of bounds. ACC Network extra coverage of women's college soccer Division I style. Chapel Hill, number 6 North Carolina, and the Big Ten's University of Illinois Illini. First ball won by the Tar Heels. Sproul. She'll spring it wide. Andrew Jeske will drop it down near the end line, and yet another corner kick for the Tar Heels. Corner kick, UNC. All of UNC's regular season home games will be played right here at Finley Field South, the Tar Heels home practice facility located on Old Mason Farm Road here in Chapel Hill. I called corner kick. They called that off. It's a goal kick instead for Illinois. Boy, that pressing defense, another staple of the Tar Heels. Every quadrant of the field, North Carolina puts pressure on the other team. Ball sent in, no problem at all. In goal for Illinois. Last time these two teams met, November 16, 2012. Your score in that one, North Carolina 9, Illinois 2. Good work, back to goal there from Sproul. She'll push it out to the left back, Kimball. Kimball, an attacking player, stumbles over the ball. Good give and go between Kingman. Kimball wanted to get it back. She dummied it, thinking that Kingman was there. Won back, though, by North Carolina's. Tracking back was Julia Ashley. Ashley, as good as they come, any league, anywhere in Division I college soccer, number 16. Little touch collision there. Caroline Rates. If you're just joining us, the Tar Heels have had one off the crossbar, one off the far post. Illinois' best friend has been the woodwork behind their goalkeeper, Jalen Cunningham, and that's why we're still at zeros. They play it to Kimball. Kimball has been a factor here early. Let's see if Kimball can get it inside the 18. One-on-one defending by the Illini, pretty good. Drop now to Taylor Otto. Sproul's going to shoot it, and this one over again, and that one may have also just skimmed the crossbar, or pretty close, and it'll come back to the Illini. 15 minutes in, UNC 0, Illinois 0. I want to thank John Bruner and all of the great folks with UNC for doing what they can do over here. Brought cover over here as well. Fantastic work. Working today with Dylan Field and Savannah Revel. Sproul trying to run it down. Excellent work by the Illini. Patricia George at the last second able to play it back. It's Kimball winning it. Sproul outside of her foot. Kimball, not once but twice denied there by Maggie Hillman. Illinois. Middle of the park. Illinois keeping possession. This time left side, first time, pretty good ball. Falls to the top of the 18, but just behind Maroney. Good work, though, by Illinois, but here comes North Carolina on the counter. They'll ping it long. Sproul is there, great speed. It'll bounce up on her, and she's offside, just a step offside there for Sydney Sproul, the sophomore from Greenville, North Carolina. She went to Rose High School. Of course, North Carolina, they had hoped to be in their new Carolina Soccer and Lacrosse Stadium by this fall, but construction, because of all the rain and other issues behind schedule, they'll be there next year. I can't wait. It'll be incredible. Sproul with the turnover. Looked like a foul, but no whistle there as Maroney goes to the ground. Now to the feet of Veland. Ariana Veland. The fall back. Good run by Illinois as McKenna Silber into the game, wearing number 20. Bridget Andrzejewski. Played quickly here to Otto. Back to Andrzejewski. She's got Otto near post, Sproul far post. Goes Otto, Kingman closing in. And Kingman comes in just a little bit reckless. It'll come back to Illinois. North Carolina played their home games last year at Wakemed Soccer Park in Cary, and the Tar Heels will play postseason games there in 2018. Not if, but when they qualify for ACC and NCAA tournament action. Give Illinois credit. If you ask Janet Rayfield if she'd be happy with 0-0 with 27 minutes remaining in the first half against this talented North Carolina team coming in at number 6 in the nation, I think she would take it. We'll see if they can sustain more pressure and get to halftime with the same score. Kimball does a great job to win it. Alex Kimball playing left back, number 47. Turnover. Illinois trying to pounce. They've got the turn. Illinois can make it 1-0, and Illinois has done it. The Illini, Kelly Mayday, the junior from Wilmette, Illinois. A turnover, able to beat the last line of defense. And Illinois looking to shock women's college soccer. They have a 1-0 lead here in Chapel Hill. Wow. Kelly Mayday, the junior from Wilmette, Illinois, New Trier High School. Great job by Illinois to pounce on the turnover. They make the turn. And then finishing in style is Mayday, the junior. And it's Illinois after seeing a Tar Heel shot go off the crossbar, another one off the far post, another one skimming the crossbar. They make it 1-0. Here's Kimball. She can tie it just like that. But the save there getting down low once again is Cunningham. The goal scorer, number 15, Kelly Mayday. 2016, she had 1 assist. Last year, 2 goals and an assist. And she starts the 2018 campaign by scoring a goal against the North Carolina Tar Heels, the most successful, perhaps, college sports team of any sport when you think about the fact that in 40 years of varsity soccer, they've won 22 national championships. That's pretty darn good. But it's 1-0 Illinois. Kingman back to Otto. And now Bailey. Wow. Just was talking about whether Janet Rayfield would be happy zeros. You know she's even happier 1-0 against this juggernaut Tar Heel team. Sproul. Denied. All right, we'll see if the Tar Heels, how they respond. It was all North Carolina. Plenty of corner kicks, tons of shots, but it's the game of soccer. No goals. And Illinois, turnover, pounce. They get it up to Mayday, and she's able to finish. As it did look like Samantha Leshnak got a little piece of it, as Sproul is offside again. That's the third time Sproul's been offside already. So we'll see how Anson Dorrance responds. His 40th season as the Tar Heel women's soccer coach. He also served as the head coach of the men's soccer program for 12 seasons. So this fall marks his 42nd season overall as a UNC head coach, including 10 seasons and when he coached both the men and the women. He's just 2 victories short of 1,000 total collegiate coaching victories combined. 2 short of 1,000. He sees his team down 1-0 to an Illinois team that won just 5 games a year ago. Janet Rayfield going to go to her bench, make another change as number 10, Hope Breslin, who took some corner kicks, will come off. And checking in is Ashley Lefebvre, the freshman from Australia. So North Carolina known to have some international players. The Illini, of course, mentioned some Canadians as well as the Australian just on. Kimball with the throw-in. Kimball down the line to Sproul. Good job squaring it by the Illini. 22 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first. It's Illinois 1. That's right, Illinois 1, UNC 0. The goal scored by number 15, Kelly Mayday, off a turnover at midfield. One little pass. Mayday was able to spin up over the shoulder of the last defender, go in one-on-one, and slip it by the talented Samantha Leshnak for a 1-0 lead. Free kick opportunity for the Illini. Into the 18, bouncing around. Off the head of a Tar Heel player, one back by the Illini. Just outside of the 18. Quick touch. It'll roll out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick, Illinois.
Illinois substitution.
We talked about expecting to see a ton of Tar Heel substitutions, but it's been Janet Rayfield who's already made her 3rd substitution.
Number 2, Amaya Ellis.
Is coming into the game is number 2, Amaya Ellis, a freshman from California. Corner kick, Illinois. Another left foot. Miss hit, so a wasted opportunity that time by Illinois, who leads at 1-0. You see the scoreboard right there. The guest is Illinois. They've got the only goal on top of the Tar Heels, 1-0. Samantha Leshnak, the senior from Liberty Township, Ohio, Mount Notre Dame. She's way up the record books with shutouts. One of the things, though, with Tar Heel goalkeepers is they often split halves, and we are expecting a super talented freshman for North Carolina to see some action in the second half. Talking about Claudia Dickey, who's also going to play basketball for Sylvia Hatchell and the Tar Heels. And by the way, if they need her to, she was a phenomenal midfield and forward. So talk about a big-time athlete. We do expect to see Dickey, at least that was the plan going in the second half, in the goal for the Tar Heels. Illinois, a appears ready for the challenge. They lead at 1-0. They're getting stuck in. They're causing turnovers. When they get possession, they're trying to manage it. They're being smart about the clock. They're doing what they need to do to, as I said earlier, I don't think it's an understatement to say it would be a big-time shocker if they can knock off this Tar Heel team. They lead at 1-0. Another great play by Illinois. Patricia George, the senior from Chicago, wearing number 11. Katie Murray, the 5'2" senior from Cincinnati, Ohio. Oak Hills High School in Cincy. Pressure from Sproul. That high pressure attacking line of the center forwards. A part of the vaunted attack for the Tar Heels, normally featured in a 3-4-3. They start this one in a 4-3-3, but get ready, folks. We're going to see 5, 6, maybe 7 different players come on, I believe, before this half is even over. And certainly down 1-0, he'll be looking to find an answer. Hard tackle by Brooke Bingham as Bingham came in pretty hard. Looked like even studs up. The referee's going to talk to her. No card issued this time. So after that foul, another free kick. Anson Dorrance starting to call for some subs. Free kick sent into the 18, headed out. Mayday, the goal scorer. Denied there by Ashley. 17 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half. It's Illinois 1, North Carolina 0. The start of the 2018 Division I women's college soccer season. ACC Network Extra Style. Dean Linke with you. Also with Dylan Field, Savannah Revel. It's the Carolina Nike Classic featuring 2 Big Ten teams, Illinois and Ohio State, and 2 ACC powers, North Carolina and Duke.
Number 6, Katie Rowe.
Sproul with the foul, a little bit of frustration there. Once again, solid work by Illinois, taking as much time off the clock as they can on the road, playing the Tar Heels in the heat, 1-0. Okay, Andrew Jeske, she can turn and look. Numbers are decent right now. It's 4-on-4. Andrew Jeske, she can break you down. She will spin you and slice and dice you. She'll drop it back over here. Now on it is Taylor Otto. Otto down near the end line. One touch, trying to earn a corner kick. Corner kick, Tar Heels. Annie Kingman, and we mentioned 4, 5, maybe 6 players going to come on for North Carolina. We'll see if Anson Dorrance wants to do it now before this corner kick. All right, first one on is Morgan Goff, a junior from Dunn, North Carolina, as she'll come on and replace Brooke Bingham. There's 4 or 5 more going to come on as well, but not until this corner kick is done. Kingman with that right foot, sent in, far post, back across, pretty good ball, loose, and denied again. Almost a sitter there. Crashing in on it there was Taylor Otto, but denied as Illinois, right place, right time between their defenders. Outstanding goalkeeping from Cunningham. And a solid crossbar and far post. North Carolina still at 0. More subs looking to check in. Anson Dorrance talking it over with him. Kimball will check it back, looking for options, couldn't find any. Good turn by North Carolina, Dorian Bailey. Bailey now to Taylor Otto. Otto inside the 18, hard tackle. Studs come in, another corner kick, near side this time for North Carolina, at least near side from my perspective, far side from the benches. Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Findlay South, the home to the UNC women's soccer team. One more year until they break in their amazing new stadium next year. All right, so here we go. Rue Mucharera, the redshirt junior from Florida, comes in wearing number 3. Annie Kingman is going to check out. Mass substitutions coming on. Rachel Jones wearing number 10, a freshman from Lawrenceville, Georgia, makes her first official NCAA appearance. Corner kick, Tar Heels, and Jones is near post. She's going to show, goes over Jones's head, and they'll get another chance. No, they won't. That was out of bounds, so wasted opportunity from North Carolina. Jalen Cunningham spent the summer with the WPSL Seattle team playing a ton of soccer, and Janet Rayfield said as good as she was last year after that experience playing in the WPSL, she's even better, and you can see already it's going to take a special shot by North Carolina to get one by her. It's Illinois 1. That's right, you heard it right. Illinois 1, North Carolina 0. 13 minutes remaining here in the first. Rue Mucharera, the redshirt junior from Florida, Hagerty High School, wearing number 3. Good turn, great athlete, Mucharera. Looking for a whistle, doesn't get it. It's all right as it falls back to Bailey. Now Mucharera again with that right foot will send it over. Mary Ellett McCabe also into the game. As we mentioned, all kinds of subs coming in for Anson. A push and a shove there from Rachel Dorwart, the freshman. And it'll come back to Illinois. And once again, you'll see Illinois wisely taking as much time as they can possibly take. The referee has not been pressing the goalkeeper to take time as she'll continue to try to tick off the clock. Don't blame her. 12 minutes, 17 seconds remaining. 1-0 Illinois on top of UNC. Great ball. Excellent job trapping it there, middle of the field there by number 20, Makina Silber. Good little turn there by Katie Lee. Shot from Illinois, not on target as it sails over Samantha Leshnak in goal. So right now, the 3 up top, Madison Schultz. Along with Rachel Jones. And now it looks like Dorian Bailey has moved up. Dorian Bailey started this game as the 6, and now she's playing more of a 9, or part of the 3 front runners up top. Mucharera back over to Jones. Overlapping run. Good ball from Jones. Mucharera, great pace. She'll run it down. And she'll miss-hit it. That combination, though, from the freshman Jones and Mucharera, you saw it coming. Everything but that final pass. The Tar Heels have 2 representatives on the women's 45-member watch list for the 2018 Mac Herman Trophy watch list. Julia Ashley, as we told you about, one of the best players in the country, 4th year as a starter at right back. And then sophomore forward Alicia Russo of England, who is 2017 ACC Freshman of the Year and still with the England U20 team over in the U20 World Cup. The USA, 3 games and done. They're back, and those players are here for the USA in Fox and Pinto. Ten minutes and change remaining here in the first. Patricia George, number 11, has been outstanding on that back line. Good ball forward from Veland, Ariana Veland. Under pressure there again is Samantha Leshnak. And a hard foul. Mutarera goes down. Whistle going there against Veland. 9 minutes, 34 seconds remaining. Illinois 1, UNC 0. Unnecessary turnover right there from Dorian Bailey. Just knocked it out of bounds.
Illinois substitution, replacing number 20, McKenna Silver. Number 5, Maddie Wolfbauer.
So Maddie Wolfbauer, the sophomore from Canton, Michigan, Canton High School, will come on to replace number 20, McKenna Silver, the freshman from Crystal Lake, Illinois, who looked very good. Tar Heels, a little more patience. Jones has been a spark off the bench, the freshman. Madison Schultz, a couple years ago, she put the Tar Heels on her back and kind of surprised everybody with an impressive run to the College Cup. Schultz was scoring goals like crazy. In fact, in that semifinal game of the College Cup, had a bit of a sitter that she was finishing during that run, but missed it, and that ended North Carolina's run, their last national championship coming in 2012, the longest run of a Tar Heel program not winning a national championship. Nicole Crutchfield, the senior from Durham, North Carolina, Northern Durham High School. Mutarera, good little dance, 1v1 defending from George. George with a push. The referee will come over and have a talk here with Patricia George, the senior from Chicago. A little shake and bake there from Mutarera, and George with the foul. Still no cards issued. Free kick opportunity. Tar Heels going to try to equalize right here. On the ball, Julia Ashley, one of those two players on the Mac Herman Trophy watch list. Ashley, good swerving ball. Too far, mishit by Illinois there, and almost could have been an own goal. Instead, it's a corner kick. Corner kick again for the Tar Heels. Ashley, another booming ball. Phenomenal work far post by the Illini to climb the ladder. Your clock, folks, 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Illinois with a shocker leading the Tar Heels 1-0. An Illinois team that scored only 13 goals last year as part of a 5-win campaign. They've scored one here against the number 6 team in the country, the Tar Heels. Once again, it's George doing the defensive work as Illinois has settled into this game nicely. Cunningham. First ball, second ball, won by Illinois. Maddie Wolfbauer. Outstanding presence, middle of the park. Dropped here to Veland. Out of bounds off of North Carolina. Throw in for Veland. Approaching the 5-minute mark. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Your goal scorer, Kelly Mayday, the junior from Wilmette, Illinois. See if North Carolina can get themselves out of trouble. One too many touches there from Crutchfield, and they'll come back to Illinois. Throw in for Morgan Maroney in Illinois. Good hustle there by Wolfbauer, the sophomore from Michigan. So Illinois is going to come over for the throw-in down near the corner flag. They're going to take their time. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the first half, up 1-0. And another throw-in, Illinois, and more time wasting, understandably, in the heat, on the road, start the season against the Tar Heels, and they lead at 1-0. Under 4 minutes now remaining. So the whistle against Illinois. Hustling over here, Samantha Leshnak. Certainly no panic yet for UNC. We'll see if they've got a little burst of urgency here with 3 minutes and 30-plus seconds remaining in the first half, down a goal. They'll set up for the Leshnak goal kick. Foul there, Amaya Ellis off the bench. As Ellis takes down Rachel Dorwart. 5'9" freshman from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, Cumberland Valley High School. Here's Dorwart. She looks impressive. Ashley. Nobody home, top of the 18. Couldn't decide whether to commit there. Was Morgan Goff. Now here's Goff. Fully committed. Will knock it high and out of bounds. 2:45 remaining here in the first half. Illinois 1, North Carolina 0. So it looks like Anson Dorrance is going to get one more player in there. Rue Mucharera is going to come off for Laura Sparling, the sophomore from Carborough High School. Part of that Carborough High School juggernaut that ran off 3 consecutive state titles. And something was amok with that sub, so Mucharera is going to stay in the game at the moment. Now they're going to get it right. It's Sparling on for Mucharera.
Replacing number 3, Rue Mucharera. Number 99, Laura Sparling.
Played out of the back. Good pressure there from Sparling. She could have been an instant hero right there. 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Sparling's open on the left side. Can she stay onside? Dorwart. One too many touches. She had Sparling open, but held on to it too long. And now they'll whistle a foul against number 10, Rachel Jones, the freshman from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Collins Hill High School. .60 seconds remaining here in the first half, and you got to look twice. The scoreboard says Illinois 1, UNC 0. Extra effort, foot race down near the end line, knocked out of bounds at the last moment by Morgan Goff. Throw in for Illinois. They are not in a hurry, folks, up 1-0. They will take their time. So that means Anson Dorrance now in his 42nd year, along with Bill Palladino, Chris Ducar, and Damon Nahas, the coaching staff, the brain trusts, are going to need to get together and figure out what's the best 11 to put the ball in the back of the net. Not for a lack of trying. I'm telling you, within 5 minutes, the Tar Heels had one off the crossbar, one off the far post, and a few minutes later, one that just skimmed over the crossbar. And then after that, a turnover, midfield, a spin, then a score from Kelly Mayday. And can you believe it? Through 45 minutes in the opening game, The Illinois Illini from the Big Ten, they won just 5 games last year. They lead the number 6 team in the country, the Tar Heels, by a score of 1-0 at the half. We'll step aside for halftime. We'll be back for the start of the second half. Again, your halftime score, Illinois 1, North Carolina 0 on ACC Network Extra. Welcome back to Findlay South here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. You saw a glimpse of it, the scoreboard over there. It's the guest, the University of Illinois from the Big Ten, on top of the number 6 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, by a score of 1-0. Hope Breslin was able to pounce on a turnover, drop it forward to Kelly Mayday in the 19th minute, number 15 right there on your screen, the goal scorer. And the Illini, winners of just 5 games last year, scored only 13 goals, lead the number 6 team in the country on the road as we start the second half by a score of 1-0. Dean Linke with you here on ACC Network Extra. Delighted to be with you. And then I'll be in the booth joining Ryan Craig for color for Ohio State and Duke over in Durham. Also on ACC Network Extra after this. The start of the college soccer season. Women's college soccer starts a week earlier than men's. Delighted to be with you for my 19th year calling college soccer. Your stat line: North Carolina 9 shots, Illinois 2. North Carolina 3 shots on goal, Illinois 1, and they put it in the back of the net. 3 saves for Jalen Cunningham to go with her 106 saves from a year ago. Fouls are 6-5, North Carolina over Illinois. Corners, 5 corners for the Tar Heels, 2 for Illinois, 3 offside, all by Sydney Sproul. But the most important stat, it's 1-0 Illinois, second half underway. The Tar Heels back out there in their home whites. Illinois in their visiting dark blues with orange trim. George Kimball back out there. All kinds of subs for the Tar Heels. We'll see who's still out there. Looks like Brooke Bingham is starting in the back alongside Lata Wubin-Moy. And that's our first look now at Claudia Dickey. We told you about Claudia Dickey, Charlotte Latin School. Won several state championships there. She was great in goal. She was also great as a midfielder and a forward. And she's also coming to play basketball for the UNC Tar Heel women's basketball team. She's number 0 in goal now for the Tar Heels. Good little turn. North Carolina running downhill to start. Andrew Jeske, a team-high 23 points a year ago. Tackle into the 18. Andrew Jeske, no whistle, stays with it. Andrew Jeske coming in support was Ashley and finally knocked out of bounds. Referee letting them play here in this one. We thought maybe they would do that abbreviated water break, but they did not. They just kept on playing, and they're out there rolling again. Squared ball. Kimball back on her right foot. Too high and out of bounds.
Carolina shot Alex Kimball.
You mentioned Anson Dorrance, just 2 wins away, combined men and women, from 1,000 victories. And North Carolina's first 4 home games we played against teams coached by Tar Heel alumni who played for Coach Anson Dorrance. Of course, Illinois, coached by Janet Rayfield, UNC class of 1983. That means she was here when Michael Jordan, James Worthy, and Sam Perkins were running up and down the court. She's a huge Tar Heel basketball fan, unless UNC plays Illinois. And, of course, a few years after that, the Tar Heels beat Illinois in the national championship. Well, more than a few years for sure, but nonetheless, that was a tough one for her. The Buckeyes will come here on Sunday. They're coached by Lori Walker-Hawk, a former Tar Heel goalkeeper who led her from 89 to 91, winning NCAA titles in every one of those seasons. Then it's Texas. And Angela Kelly, the Canadian who played during the Mia Hamm years. She played on 4 national championship teams. She'll be here with Texas. And then UCF, coached by Tiffany Roberts-Sahadic, another superstar at North Carolina. So how about that coaching trade? He's going against 4 former Tar Heels to start the season. Of course, Tiffany Roberts-Sahadic knocked off Anson Dorrance a year ago, and now Janet Rayfield trying to shock everybody and do it here. Illinois after another turnover. Back on there for Illinois is Hope Breslin. It's Breslin who had the assist on the only goal scored by Kelly Mayday. Ashley to Andrew Jeske. You got to figure good things will come through those two players. Ashley. She looks forward. Taylor Otto is in front of her. So drifted out wide right. Back across. Sydney Sproul. Tracked back and handled there by Cunningham. So Illinois in that 3-5-2 formation. They were 3-7 on the road a year ago on what was a 5-14 campaign. Throw in far side for Illinois. Looks like it slipped out of the hands of the Illinois player. Hot, humid, 90-plus degrees here in Chapel Hill. Andrew Jeske, bit of a foot race. Kept alive. It'll go off the foot there. The sliding tackle and a good one of Ashley Cathro, the freshman from Canada. Julia Ashley coming forward to take it. The senior from Verona, New Jersey, Verona High School. First team All-ACC selection. North Carolina trying to get it inside the 18. Sydney Sproul still out there. Big Ten and ACC featured in the 2018 Carolina Nike Classic. Ohio State and Duke after this one, 7 o'clock from Koskinen over in Durham. ACC Network Extra. Pinged around, and there you go. The Tar Heels looking for the equalizer. They find it, driven in. Brooke Bingham was ready for it, and we are tied at 1. Wonderful service there from Annie Kingman, and Brooke Bingham, number 30, has tied it. The sophomore from Laurel Springs, North Carolina. So a brilliant driven ball there from Kingman. Back as a graduate student.
Off the corner, assist by Annie Kingman. Tar Heel goal by Brooke Bingham.
So Bingham with the goal for the Tar Heels, and we're tied at 1. Brooke Bingham, just another one of those players that can pretty much play anywhere, all over the field. Sophomore defender from Laurel Springs, North Carolina. Freshman year, played in 9 games last season, totaling 105 minutes. Andrew Jeske, breakout freshman campaign, 23 points in her sophomore campaign as she kept on turning points for the Tar Heels. Kingman back trying to find Taylor Otto and sent out of there by the Illini. 11 shots now for North Carolina to just 3 for Illinois. Looks like a handball and a whistle as it popped up there on number 11, Patricia George. So how about Brooke Bingham scoring a goal? Most minutes she played in the game last year was 39 against Syracuse. And she is on the board for North Carolina, tying it here in the second half. Good ball pushed out to Andrew Jeske, sent over there by Bailey. Andrew Jeske, couple step overs, now into the 18, back across the frame and out of bounds. So Brooke Bingham with her first career goal as a Tar Heel. As we mentioned, just played 105 minutes a year ago and getting the start.
Rachel Dorward, number 10.
And getting her first goal in a Tar Heel jersey. I like this move here. Rachel Jones looked really good off the bench, so it's freshman for freshman. Number 10, freshman Rachel Jones replacing freshman Rachel Dorwart. So Dorwart will go to the bench. The Illini on the attack. Makina Silber looked good in the first half for Janet Rayfield. Took her off, and there's Kimball winning it. Out of bounds and back to the Illini. Tied at 1 here. Illinois pushing forward right down the midfield. It'll pop up. It's Hope Breslin. She's got the assist. Shot coming there from Veland. Now North Carolina. Andrew Jeske. Good little touch, but too far for Ashley. It'll be a throw in for Illinois, number 33, Ashley Cathro. Cathro pressured by Andrew Jeske. Good tackle by Andrew Jeske. Pushed over, though, to Maggie Hillman, the sophomore from Naperville, Illinois. Illinois with a goal in the 19th minute. Kelly Mayday, assisted by Hope Breslin. The Tar Heels talk it over at half, and they come out. They answer the bell. Brooke Bingham assist Annie Kingman off a corner kick. The header by Brooke Bingham, and we're tied at 1. Top of the 18, the superstar athlete Claudia Dickey, freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. She's in the player pool for the various U.S. youth national soccer teams as well, and that was part of the discussion between Anson Dorrance and Sylvia Hatchell about soccer being a key part of her focus here in Chapel Hill. Jones, that left-footed shot denied. Kingman's got the assist. Now Sproul deflected and gobbled up there by Cunningham. Cunningham with 3 saves. Good work there by Lata Wuben Moy. Fantastic player. Andrew Jeske on that right side. Looked like she was hoping maybe Cunningham was going to cheat a little bit, but no problem. You see the clock and the score. Tells the story. Tied at 1, 33, 20 seconds remaining here in the game. Ashley keeps it on the carpet. Plays it to Taylor Otto. Otto, pretty good ball. Sproul is in. Sproul turns. And just too high over the crossbar, back near the scoreboard. Great work by the North Carolina women's soccer team, but the shot not on frame.
For Illinois. Exiting the pitch for the Fighting Illini, number 26, Katie Murray, number 15, Kelly Mayday, and number 20, McKenna Silver. Onto the pitch for Illinois, number 16, Ashley Lefebvre. Number 6, Katie Lay, and number 7, Peyton Willie. And goal for the Tar Heels in the second half. Number 0, Claudia Dickey.
Kimball, good little touch. The senior from Chapel Hill. Now Jones, first time. It's loose in front. And finally cleared out. It'll be a throw-in far side for the Tar Heels. Kingman, back to Kimball. North Carolina sending everybody forward right now. Looking dangerous. Dancing with it. There's Bailey. Bailey still loose. And sliding down is Cunningham for the save, her 5th save of the game. Still loose again. Forward, dangerous, back across. A flag is up far side, though. It didn't matter. Sproul is offside now for the 4th time. The whistle against the Tar Heels. One in the middle of the field. Ashley. Even at that right back position, they find a way to get the offense going through number 16. She's that good. Now here's Kimball. Alex Kimball. Couple step overs. Into the 18. Loose ball. Second effort from Illinois. One back, though, by number 29, Dorian Bailey. Brooke Bingham, her first career goal as a Tar Heel, has tied it here in the second half. That'll go off of Illinois, and it'll be a throw-in Tar Heels. The stat line in favor of North Carolina, 14 shots to 3 for Illinois, 6 of those 14 on goal. Illinois 1 on goal. They put in the back of the net. Their goalkeeper, Jalen Cunningham, has been forced to make 5 saves. The Tar Heels don't have any. Ashley will just leave it and let it run all the way through to Andrew Jeske. Now Ashley served across. Climbing the ladder there was Kingman. Sproul mishit it. Corner kick, North Carolina.
And Kingman to take the Carolina corner.
It was Kingman to Bingham for the tie. It's Kingman again. Bouncing loose. This time the closest player to it, Zoe Rade, the junior from Highland Park, Illinois, is more players slipping in there for Anson Dorrance.
Substitution for Illinois.
All right, so Illinois is going to make a ton of subs right now, and so
Number 9
is Anson Dorrance.
4 substitutions for the University of North Carolina exiting the pitch. Number 29, Dorian Bailey. Number 2, Sydney Sproul. Number 47, Alex Kimball.
So Bailey, Sproul, Kimball,
Bridget Andrew
Jeske all going to go to the bench. Morgan Goff's going to come back in.
Madison Schultz, number 32.
Mary Ellen McCabe, number 5, is going to come back in.
Nicole Crutchfield.
Madison Schultz, number 1, going to come back in. And then
Mary Elliott McCabe.
also Nicole Crutchfield. Those are the subs for the Tar Heels. Nicole Crutchfield had it for a moment. Annie Kingman, so good to see her back on the field for North Carolina. Crutchfield, good ball in here to Schultz. Knocked back here by Taylor Otto. Out wide. Jones has looked good. Dancing with it, the freshman. Deflected off of George. And knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Tar Heels.
Carolina substitution. Replacing number 7, Annie Kingman.
Rue Mucharera is going to come into the game for Annie Kingman. The grad student Annie Kingman credited for the assist off the corner kick. Tied at 1. 27 minutes remaining here in regulation. Mucharera, long throw in. Off the back of Taylor Otto and cleared by Illinois. One back though by North Carolina, Morgan Goff. Goff here. Played quickly to Schultz, and Schultz gets away from her. So Annie Kingman on the bench, a red shirt last year. She's part of UNC's amazing Keenan Flagler MAC program and is also a captain of the team. There's Julia Ashley, fourth year as the starting right back and part of that Mac Herman preseason watch list. Jones. Knock it here, back across, could be 2-1. A sitter there for Taylor Otto, and she couldn't put it away. Taylor Otto moving from that starting role in the back last year to up top, trying to make it 2-1, but can't put it on frame. The North Carolina Tar Heels tied with Illinois as UNC this year, trying to make it to the NCAA tournament for the 37th straight year. There for all of those appearances. Dave Losey, the SID for the UNC women's soccer program now for 42 seasons, just like Anson Dorrance. Pretty amazing. Dave Losey telling me at halftime he's planning on going another 4 or 5 years. 63 years young. Rachel Jones, freshman from Lawrenceville, Georgia. She's been impressive. Foul there against Goff. Good work defensively by Ariana Veland. It'll be a card issued against North Carolina and going against Goff. Gonna stop the clock, take care of business, and yellow card in the air. The clock stopped at 24:50, tied at 1. So Samantha Leshnak on the bench, the senior who posted 13 solo shutouts last year, including 9 against ACC opponents. We emphasize solo shutouts because North Carolina, led by their goalkeeper coach Chris Ducar, they often switch goalkeepers, and they've done it here in this one. Hanging around. North Carolina gets it out of danger. Otto, good drop here to Jones. Jones, here we go. Numbers for the Tar Heels. 3-on-2. Mucharera into space. Also making themselves available up front. Far side is Taylor Otto. Also there is Mary Elliott McCabe. Corner kick, North Carolina. The quick counter from North Carolina. They go the other way and they earn the corner kick. Julia Ashley will take it.
Julia Ashley to take the Carolina corner.
So Ashley driven in, dangerous, Goff. They thought it crossed the line, back across and picked out of there by Cunningham. Goff thought it had crossed the line, was bouncing, celebrating as if it was 2-1, but it did not, and Cunningham in possession of the soccer ball. McCabe trying to find Schultz, and once again it's Cunningham. Shots now 18-3 in favor of the Tar Heels. 8 of those on goal. 7 saves for Cunningham, who had 106 last year. That was second in the Big Ten. Whistle foul, far side, another foul on North Carolina. That's 9 fouls against the Tar Heels. Mutarera, who tore her ACL in practice on August 22nd a year ago and missed all of the 2017 campaign. It is just fantastic to see number 3 back out there, not even wearing a brace. So free kick opportunity for Illinois. They scored in the 19th minute. Kelly Mayday answered in the 51st by Brooke Bingham. We're tied at 1. Under 22 minutes remaining here in regulation. Sent across. And it'll roll out of bounds. So Claudia Dickey, the outstanding youth national team goalkeeper, attending UNC on a basketball scholarship. Of course, Tar Heels also have Maggie Bill, the redshirt senior, who is not out there yet, but she had a great lacrosse season. And it looks like they didn't do it in the first half, but they are going to do it here in the second half. A water break with 21:37 remaining in the second half.
August 19th, when the Heels host the Ohio State Buckeyes right here at Findlay South.
So a water break on ACC Network Extra. Dean Linke with you here. 90-degree temperature in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, as part of the Carolina Nike Classic, both in Chapel Hill and Durham. Coming up at 7 o'clock over in Durham, Ryan Craig on the call from Koskinen for the Duke Blue Devils, number 3 in the country under Robbie Church, who's taken the Blue Devils to the College Cup last year and did it in 2015 as well. He is an outstanding coach. He'll take on Lori Walker-Hawk and the Ohio State Buckeyes, your regular season champs from a year ago, the number 1 seed in the Big Ten tournament. And they return a lot of players. Duke lost several players, including 6 that were drafted into the NWSL. Quick water break here. Safety first for these players. And we'll get that clock started again. It's frozen now at 21:37 remaining here in the second. Illinois, Hope Breslin, pouncing on a turnover at midfield, was able to play it forward. Kelly Mayday able to fend off the last line of defense for the Tar Heels, and Illinois with a shocker. They scored 19 minutes in, 1-0. They kept that lead through halftime and then answered by Brooke Bingham in the 51st, tied at 1. North Carolina running downhill, looking for more, and they got it. They got it. An excellent shot and a finish for the North Carolina Tar Heels. Nicole Crutchfield, the senior who earned the first point of her career a year ago, makes it 2-1 Tar Heels. And check that, it'll be Madison Schultz actually, who will get credit for the goal. She notched her first goals last year in back-to-back games. It was Crutchfield, and it's Madison Schultz. So there was one more touch. The obstructed view here, couldn't quite see it, but there was one more touch. So it was Crutchfield with the assist, so had it half right, and the goal coming there for Madison Schultz, and it's 2-1. So Madison Schultz with the goal, 2-1 North Carolina.
Number 9, Lauren Huslow. Number 7, Peyton Willie. Number 6, Katie Lay. And number 10, Hope Breslin. Onto the pitch for the Fighting Illini. Number 2, Amaya Ellis. Number 8, Caroline Rates. Number 15, Kelly Mayday.
So now Illinois is going to make mass substitutions as a touch in the box. It was a one-tap finish, by the way, by Madison Schultz. The assist from Nicole Crutchfield. So Schultz, who was so amazing a couple years ago, and that run for the Tar Heels, Anson Dorrance could not say enough good things about how she put the team on her back late in the season, and she gives the Tar Heels a 2-1 lead. The flip throw here for the Illini. What a weapon for Illinois. And then the whistle. Anytime you can see a flip throw, and that's a good one there from Alicia Barker, the junior from Woodinville, Washington. Janet Rayfield with a couple stars on her team from Washington State. So Madison Schultz with the goal, the assist to Crutchfield. And perhaps everything's back to normal in women's college soccer as the Tar Heels on top 2-1. Schultz, a junior forward from Edmonds, Washington, one of the top reserves for the Strikers. Top reserve at striker, rather, for the Tar Heels a year ago. Goff played into space. Here's Crutchfield, who will get credit for that assist, not the goal. And Schultz with the goal. It's 2-1 Tar Heels. By the way, Schultz played in 22 games last season. She scored her first goal of the campaign against Syracuse. She also notched a goal when the Tar Heels beat Miami on October 5th, and another one in the NCAA tournament win over High Point. Ashley. Beautiful ball to Schultz. Schultz looking for the brace. Bumped off the ball, they'll say off of North Carolina. I think that's the right call to be a goal kick with 18 minutes and change remaining. And it's 2-1 North Carolina on top of Illinois. Throw in far side for North Carolina, and now they'll start doing what Illinois did such a great job of in the first half, and they'll try to manage the clock a little bit. Talked about the heat, just took a water break, 90 plus degrees here. North Carolina will serve it in. Swing and a miss there, and a big one by Jones. That was Mary Elliott McCabe with that first touch. McCabe, a freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina, part of that Charlotte Latin school that also brought Claudia Dickey, who's now in goal for the Tar Heels. Here's Schultz again. Ashley. Great ball, and another goal for the Tar Heels. Rachel Dorwart, the freshman, off the bench, and it's 3-1 North Carolina. First career goal for Rachel Dorwart. Anson Dorrance could not say enough good things about this freshman. And North Carolina has answered the bell here in the second half with 3 second-half goals.
Carolina goal in the 73rd minute. Assisted by Julia Ashley. Tar Heel goal by Rachel Dorwart.
So Dorwart with the goal in the 74th minute, assisted by Julia Ashley. So the Tar Heels with one in the 51st, Brooke Bingham, her first career goal. Then Madison Schultz makes it 2-1 in the 69th minute. And just a few minutes later, minute 74, Rachel Dorwart, assisted by Julia Ashley, and it's 3-1 Tar Heels.
Caroline Rates, number 20. McKenna Silver. Number 10, Hope Breslin returns, replacing number 16, Ashley Lefebvre.
So 74th minute. You cannot say enough good things, though, about this Illinois women's soccer team coming in here. Janet Rayfield's done an amazing job. She's won Big Ten titles. Rough year last year. They come in, they score that first goal and manage that first half. But the Tar Heels, number 6 in the country, with 3 goals here in the second. Schultz has one of them. She scored the second goal this half. Schultz back across. And speaking of freshmen trying to score, Mary Elliott McCabe from Charlotte Latin School, so close to making it 4-1. Great save by Cunningham, who now has 8 saves on the game for the Illini.
Rue Mucharera will tee up the Carolina corner.
So Rue Mucharera, see her down there, taking the corner kick. It'll fall at the top of the 18. The Illini trying to get out of pressure. Let's see if they can do it. Good little touch there from Illinois. Racing it down there is McKenna Silber. Goff. Dickey. So Claudia Dickey, the freshman, in goal. They'll play it back to her. It's 3-1 North Carolina, 14 minutes and change remaining. Mucharera was hoping for a foul. Instead, Illinois stays with it. Good ball in. And denied there, top of the 18 by Julia Ashley. She makes it look so easy, folks. Running downhill with it, Mary Elliott McCabe. Trying to get that touch to Rachel Dorwart. As Anson Dorrance getting ready to bring on 4 or 5 more subs. Illinois player down here. Clock is still running at the moment. And now it'll be stopped with 13:22 remaining here in the second. Perhaps a little bit of cramping. That's Alicia Barker. It was Barker who's got that great flip throw. And she's back up, ready to go. The head of Jones, who has earned herself a keen look from Anson Dorrance. Been brilliant. Really all the freshmen for the Tar Heels, as they always reload, have been outstanding.
Virginia substitution replacing number 10, Hope Breslin, number 22, Caitlin Boucher. Wholesale substitutions for the Tar Heels. Exiting the game, number 32, Nicole Crutchfield, number 1, Madison Schultz, number 9, Rachel Dorwart.
So Illinois and North Carolina making mass substitutions here, and the clock will keep on running.
Onto the pitch for the Tar Heels, number 7, Annie Kingman, number 29, Dorian Bailey, number 6, Taylor Otto, number 47, Alex Kimball, and number 2.
So a lot of the starters back on for Anson Dorrance as he looks to lock down this 3-1 lead against a very feisty Illinois team led by Janet Rayfield, the first ever recruit for Anson Dorrance. Phenomenal player, phenomenal coach, phenomenal person. She always reads the invocation and the welcome as part of the National Coaching Awards every year for the United Soccer Coaches. Always a pleasure to work with her, and always an impactful message every single time. Illinois, one bounce. Dickey comes out, little reckless. She goes down, and it'll be a corner kick for Illinois. So if Illinois can make something happen here, plenty of time left on the clock, 11:24 remaining here in the second. Corner kick, right foot, but miss hit. That is not taking advantage of the situation for the Illini. More subs coming on for North Carolina. Bridget Andrzejewski, the junior now from Lutherville, Maryland, McDonough High School. So many great athletes, all sports coming out of that school. Phenomenal men's and women's soccer, lacrosse, big-time program. So Andrzejewski will replace Rachel Jones, who's been very good. So now it's Sproul, Otto, and Andrzejewski. Kingman in the middle of the park. Dorian Bailey also sitting in the middle of the park, as is number 14, Morgan Goff. Here's Sproul. Sproul's got Andrzejewski right side. Kingman calling for it. They'll go back to Ashley. Ashley, watch her handle this pressure, folks. Hard tackle to go off of Illinois and stay with the Tar Heels. Good effort, though, from number 22, Caitlin Bisher. Caitlin Bisher, a freshman from Naperville, Illinois, Naperville North. We think, we've not got to confirm that she's got a brother playing for the Northwestern men's soccer team. Foul there on Velan, who thought she was fouled first. Clock continues to run, 9:42. Be right back out here on Sunday, 4 o'clock, ACC Network Extra, to bring you the Ohio State Buckeyes, your Big Ten regular season champs, against the North Carolina Tar Heels, last year's ACC tournament champs. Keep in mind, the Tar Heels won the ACC last year in the tournament. And while Duke went 10-0 in the ACC, the Tar Heels beat Duke twice last year. They beat them in the regular season in a game that did not count as an ACC contest, and then they knocked them off in the ACC tournament. So as good as Duke was, North Carolina was able to take them down twice. But what a season, though, for Robbie Church, breaking 13 records last year for Duke. Turnover. Kingman is on it. He's got Andrzejewski trailing behind her. And Kingman heads over near the corner flag with the score 3-1. Still mountains of time, though, 8:37. We'll see if Andrzejewski can earn a corner kick. That is the goal. Instead, it'll be a throw-in. Throw-in Tar Heels. Kingman. Illinois trying to get out of pressure. Good turn by Taylor Otto. Kingman. It's Kingman again, North Carolina. Gaining in confidence with every second, and with 3 goals in the second half. Bingham, Schultz, Dorwart answering the goal in the first half from the Illini by Kelly Mayday. 7 minutes remaining. Damon Nahas far side directing traffic as an assistant coach with Anson Dorrance, Bill Palladino, and Chris Ducar. Sproul now. Kingman. Illinois continues to show some resiliency. I've been impressed with this young Illinois team. They've got some fight, they've got some spunk, and they will shock some people in the Big Ten this year, I do believe. Brooke Bingham scored that first goal. Now she's in that back line. They'll play it back to Claudia Dickey. Under 6 minutes remaining here in this one is North Carolina on top of Illinois by a score of 3-1. North Carolina taking their time with the throw-in. That's Alex Kimball far side. And once again a throw-in. Alex Kimball. Good run. She'll head back to the corner flag, trying to take the air out of this one. It'll stay with North Carolina as we're under 5 minutes remaining. It'll be Ohio State here on Sunday. This Illinois team will head over to Durham to take on the Duke Blue Devils on Sunday as part of the Carolina Nike Classic to start the season. Push from behind. Second ball won by Illinois. As we talked about, they continue to fight for Janet Rayfield, as you would expect. One of the great soccer players and soccer minds, the former Tar Heel Janet Rayfield. Pushed outside here to Caitlin Bisher. Sproul. Now Ashley mishits it, comes over near us and almost knocks us right in the face. Good work by Dylan Field. Savannah Revel out here in the heat. They do great work as always. Kingman. Three minutes and change remaining here in this one. When it's over, I'll say goodbye, drop the mic, head over to Durham, and join Ryan Craig in the booth for the call for Duke and Ohio State. We'll play it all the way back to Dickey. Good work by the Illini, keeping possession at the moment. Well, as I've said before, give Illinois a whole lot of credit coming in here. A lot of new faces, new team, trying to bounce back from a rough year by their standards a year ago, and they certainly did it. A 1-0 lead at halftime, but the number 6 team in the country, they're number 6 for a reason. The Tar Heels fighting back with 3 second-half goals, and they look like they're going to coast out of here with another opening game win. Anson Dorrance has made a habit of winning that opener. Hasn't won every one of them, but just about in his 42 seasons. Dickey bombs it long. A minute 27. Dancing with it is Ellis. And it'll roll out of bounds. 1 minute remaining here in regulation. Illinois with a goal in the 19th minute. Kelly Mayday, assisted by Hope Breslin. And a perfectly managed first 45 from the Illini. But Anson Dorrance Tar Heels regroup, and now Anson sitting on 999 career victories in his time with the men and women's program. If he can knock off the Buckeyes on Sunday, it'll be number 1,000. With 20 seconds remaining here in this one. North Carolina with goals from Brooke Bingham, Madison Schultz, and Rachel Dorwart. The freshman Dorwart, Brooke Bingham, their first career goals. And Madison Schultz with what will be the game winner. We count it down, final seconds here in Chapel Hill. And the 2018 college soccer season on ACC Network Extra is underway. Number 6, North Carolina 3, and Illinois 1.
Carolina 3, Illinois 1.